Faces Yoga. We're here at episode 5. Thanks so much for joining us. Today's class is going to be all about opening up the shoulders and, trying to create space in the heart, chest, and back, and working up towards our binding practice. So if that sounds good, let's get started. We're going to roll over onto our bellies and find a child's pose. Toes together, knees wide apart, and just extend the chest forward, allowing the forehead to settle on the mat. And all the while, in these first few moments, trying to make contact and feel that sense of connection to the floor beneath you. Allow the breath to deepen. And walk those shoulders a little bit closer together, the elbows closer. And you're going to bend one elbow at a time back and just tap the shoulder blades. Reposition the forehead back on the mat if it came up. And get a gentle tricep stretch. You might have to walk those elbows forward to feel it. And then slowly extend the arms out and come forward to the belly, finding your Sphinx. So walk the ankles out to lengthen the lower spine, back. Elbows are going to be right underneath shoulders. Just for a moment, pull the chest forward, taking the gaze forward. And push those elbows. Just starting off in these really sweet, soft, gentle back openers. And then from here, I'm going to walk my left hand forward. I'm going to extend it out, and then my right arm is going to come just beneath the armpit. So when I come down, and I start to press my weight into the right arm, my shoulder is going to stay a little bit up, because if I push it all the way to the ground, it's going to make me tilt over to the right side, and I don't want that. I want to be able to open the shoulder by keeping my shoulders level and just figuring out. If the right arm is too far beneath you, you won't be able to lean into it. If it's too far in front, you won't get the stretch. So we're going to play around with getting it in just that sweet spot where you start to feel a gentle pull through the right cap. Left arm is pulling forward to help you stay nice and centered and even. And slowly walk the left arm in. Push yourself up enough that you can take that right arm out and extend it forward. This time the left arm is going to come underneath. Wiggle it through. And then slowly begin to sink without dipping all the way over to the left, extending the right arm forward. Try and keep the palm of your left hand on the floor completely. It's not rolling over to the pinky side. That's the tricky part. And then walk that right hand back. Slip the left arm out from underneath from there. Bring the hands back to chest level. Scoop those elbows in. And then begin to lift the chest, coming up into a cobra. And extending those arms as long as it feels comfortable. So you could extend them all the way if your back feels ready for that, or you just keep a nice gentle bend. More important that we're pushing the mat away, trying to create space between the ears and the shoulders. And then from there, release the cobra, release the chest back to the mat, tuck the toes, and then either press back through your child's pose into downward dog, or lifting through your plank up to downward facing dog. And immediately, once you get into your downward dog, put a deep bend in those knees. So the emphasis is on the stretch in the back, and then begin to look forward, just so that you can see your hands for a moment. Pointer fingers want to go straight towards the top of the mat. Other fingers might splay slightly out to the side, trying to push through all 10 knuckles. Long backs. And then slowly begin to straighten out the legs. Deep push up to the mat. And then slowly, one hand at a time, walk yourself back into your forward fold. You can grab opposite elbows, find your ragdoll. We're going to be doing all of our forward folds at the back of the mat today, coming out of our Vinyasa flows, and that's intentional. One, just to switch things up. And two, in yoga, we're constantly going forward in our movements, through the chaturanga, jumping to sit, stepping up to the top of the mat. And sometimes it's good to actually come back. To take a step back, to reassess, to do something different. The refocusing of energy, the recentering of the mind. Clasp the hands behind your back. Once you have that, slowly begin to extend through the elbows. Lift the balls of your hands above your head. And allow your pinkies to just be really heavy. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Try and keep the palms of your hands pressing. And then slowly release. Inhale, hands to shins. Extend the crown of the head forward. Scoop the belly. Long spines. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Lifting, hands press at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Moving on. Continuing to extend the arms up. Hands press. This time, as you exhale, ride the wave of your breath all the way down to the bottom into the forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins. Extend the crown of the head forward. And then this time on your exhale, walk the hands out to your plank. Take a moment here, inhale. And then exhale, the shoulders come slightly forward of the wrist. Tuck the elbows in. Come down through your chaturanga, untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes. Inhale, lifting up through plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Trying to push that mat away. Lengthen out through the side body and through the lats. On your inhale, extend the right foot up and back. Exhale, sweep the right leg through and plant it between both hands. Low lunge. Release the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, hands come behind the back, interlace the fingers, draw the knuckles down to slightly open up the chest. Few breaths here. Really try and keep the clasp and the hands strong. Shoulder blades are pulling together. From here, bend the elbows and then take the balls of your fists over to the left side. Bring a gentle arch to your back if you lost it. And then keeping your right hand where it is, bring the left hand down to the mat to the inside of the right foot. From here, slowly turn to the right and then begin to draw the right hand up to behind the right ear. Taking a breath here, feeling the stretch through the tricep. And then extending the arm completely straight up. Try not to have that left shoulder blade turn in. Keep it rotating out. And then on an exhale, release both hands to the mat. Tuck the toes. Lift the back knee. And then step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Inhale the left foot up and back. Exhale, sweep it through and plant the left foot. Drop the back knee and untuck the toes. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, sweep them behind the back, interlace the fingers, and then allow the knuckles to draw down the right leg, slowly opening up the spine and chest. Engaging the shoulder blades. Thighs are drawing in to keep you nice and balanced. From here, bend the elbows, sweep the ball of your fists over to the right side. Re-engage the back bend if you lost it. And then keeping your left hand where it is, right hand proceeds to come down to the mat. And then slowly begin to twist the chest over to the left. Again, left arm is going to come up. It's going to pause for a moment. Left fingertips just behind the left ear. And then slowly extend the arm straight. Right arm is still rotating out. Pressing the mat away. And then it really does help if you scoop the belly to help you create space in the spine to be able to twist over to the left. One more big breath. And then exhale, release both hands to the mat. Tuck the back toes, step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. From here, walk the hands back. Forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine and chest lifts. Exhale, melt the heart. Inhale, rise up. High mountain pose, hands press. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's move through that sequence one more time, a little bit faster. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sweep down, pulling through the center line. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, walk out to plank, stacking shoulders over wrists. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Try and push away that mat, allowing the hips to be the highest point, connecting or reaching for where the wall and the ceiling meet. You can always keep that bend in the knees if you need to. Inhale, right leg comes up and back. Exhale, sweep it through. Low lunge, drop the back knee. Inhale to lift. Exhale, arms come back, interlace. Inhale, press the chest forward and up. Exhale, bring the arms over to the right side. Left side. Re-engage. Back bend. Exhale, left hand comes down to the mat. Begin to pull the right arm up, pausing for a brief moment from the fingertips behind the ears, and then extend the arm long. Gaze can follow. Exhale, release the right hand back to the mat, tuck the toes, step back to plank, and move through your Vinyasa flow. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll move right to the other side. Inhale, the left leg up and back. Exhale, sweep the left foot through. Plant, release the back knee. Now tuck the toes. Inhale, rise up, low crescent lunge. Exhale, hands clasp behind. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, sweep the ball of your fist over to the right side. Take a moment in this back bend. Exhale the right hand down to the mat. Lift the left hand, pause, and then extend it all the way up to the ceiling. Gaze looks at the fingertips if that feels comfortable on your neck. Exhale, release the left hand. Tuck the toes, step back to plank, and then go through your chaturanga. Three breaths. And scoop out the navel. Allowing there to be a softness between the shoulder blades, a widening to allow the neck to come down. And then walk those hands back to the forward fold. Pardon me for my sweater. It's a little chilly here in Japan. Inhale, extend the crown of the head forward. Exhale, melt the heart. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment, heel toe those feet together. Just feel what the work that we've done so far has done to your body. Take note of what's shifting. From here, we're going to take one very large step out in front with our right hand, our right foot. Step it forward. From there, we're going to transition our weight over that right foot, moving into Warrior 3 with the option to keep your hands right here at heart center. So I'm going to gaze a few feet out in front of me. I'm going to slowly begin to lift my left foot flexing to try and help keep my balance, keep everything engaged from the crown of my head to my toes. I'm going to try and level out my hips. Do a couple breaths here. And now you might want to get your blocks ready from here, but you might not need them. If you can, bend into your right knee and you can bring your hands down to the mat. We're going to continue the bend in the right knee and bring the left knee behind to tap the right calf. 1, and then lift back up. That is a Shiva squat. We got 2 more. 2, release down, and then lift back up. And of course you can do this with your hands staying at heart center. 3, bend that down to that Shiva squat, and then extend, and then 1 more, bend to the right knee, and then extend. That will be harder if you keep your hands at heart center. From here, keeping the right hand either on the mat or your block, begin to open the body over to the left, finding half moon. So I want to still continue to press through my left ankle. Chest is opening. My gaze can be down at the mat for more balance. To the side. I need a little bit more of a challenge. Lifting through the left foot. And then slowly I'm going to square the hips off. Bring the left hand back to the mat. Taking a standing split. Again, hips are trying to be square, so if you square off your hips, your back leg may not go as high as you think or want it to go. Think it should go, or want it to go, I should say. And then slowly bring the left toes all the way down to the mat to find your lunge. From here, plant the left hand, scoop out the belly, twist to the right. Holding that twist, you can take your gaze again to the floor, to the side, or up towards your right fingertips. And then exhale, right hand comes back to the mat. Step back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk the hands to the back of the mat. Inhale, stretch the spine long, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Hands press. Exhale, hands to heart center. So as we're doing this, you might come off your mat. That's okay. Coming off your mat is the equivalent of coloring outside the lines. It's a good thing, right? No revolution was ever created coloring inside the lines. So allow yourself that freedom of movement to just experiment. To let things be different than they are normally. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale again, hands to heart center. This time the left foot is going to step way out as far as it can. And then from here, I'm going to continue to transition the weight forward. My hands can stay right here at heart center, or they can come to hips, whatever feels good to you, or you can do a full warrior 3, extending arms out. As I shift the weight forward, my right heel is going to come up. I'm going to flex through it. I'm going to try and level out those hips as best I can. Taking a few breaths here. Press the chest forward, spine is long. And then gently bend into the left knee. Maybe hands come down to the mat. And stretch out. Bend. And stretch. Bend into the left knee. Extend. One more. Bend, and this time we open up the chest and the hip joint to move into our half moon. Flex through the back heel. Holding, really trying to snap navel to spine to create some extra strength, stability. And then bring the right hand down to the mat. Bow the head and chest forward. Find your standing split. And then slowly drop the back toes back. Wiggle them back. You might need to wiggle your left knee forward. And then from here, plant the right hand, keeping the kneecap up, and then twisting over to the left side. Pulling back the navel to enable the twist. Trying to stay nice and energized through the right hip so we're not sinking. We're really lifting and pushing the mat away. Exhale the left hand down, square off the hips. Step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice 3 breaths to collect ourselves. And then walk those hands back. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good work. Okay, keeping things moving, switching things up. From here, right foot is going to step forward again, nice big step. Turn the left toes out. And then square up the hips. You might have to separate the feet a little bit just to create enough room for your hips to square off. From here, hands can come to hips. You can grab opposite elbows if you like. Or you could do a reverse namaste or prayer hands behind the back. It's really whatever feels good to you and is going to help you open up those shoulders. So pick your poison. And then from there, lift through the spine. And then begin to bow the chest forward. Pull the right hip back as the left comes forward to help you square off. Slowly bring one hand to a block or the mat. Bring the second hand to a block or a mat. Again, long spine. And then on an exhale, allow the head to bow forward. Continue to pull the right hip back. Press the left hip forward. Try not to lock out the right knee. Gentle bend. It's A-okay. And then from here, we're going to walk the hands to the center. So toes will come in, heels will go out. Extend the crown of the head forward to lengthen the spine. And then exhale, melt the heart. Try and be nice and soft through the neck, the shoulders. From here, right hand is going to come right beneath your nose. Press the mat away so you're coming back up. And then begin to open the left, or twist to the left. Left arm is going to extend up to the ceiling. And as best as you can, try and keep those hips static. So we're not allowing the right hip to push over to the left. We're going to try and keep them just as they are. And this ensures that the twist is coming from our spine and not from our hips. And exhale the left hand down to replace the right hand. We'll move to the other side. Hips again, trying to stay static. Slowly open up to the right. Extend the right arm up. And then exhale the right hand back down. One more time, flat back. And then on an exhale, turn the right toes out and begin to bend into the right knee. So we're going to come into an extended side angle. Lifting the left arm up to the ceiling. Bend the arm back. I'm going to reach for that right hip. For some of you, you might be able to wiggle it in between your thigh and your side body. If you can, try and go for it. And then from here, push that left shoulder blade, the calf of the left shoulder, push it back. Not too forcefully, but just enough that you begin to kind of feel a deeper stretch. From here, your hand, it could be on a block, it could be on the mat. You're going to extend the right kneecap, keeping the left hand just where it is. You're going to come into your triangle. So continuing to roll the left shoulder back, roll the left hip back. You can keep that bind. I know the bind makes it a little bit more challenging. It is deep and you really can feel it in that shoulder blade. If it's bothering you, you can always extend the left arm up. We will all be going in that direction in a moment. And then gently release the bind, extend the arm up. Like go into the shoulder dentist, bend back into that right knee. Rotate, cartwheel the left arm down, come back to your lunge. Both hands are going to be inside the right foot, so you can heel toe the right foot out just a little bit. We will drop the back knee, so we're in this lizard. And then from here, continuing with the twist that we've been doing, plant the left hand, begin to open chest over to the right, extend the right arm back, and then bend the left foot, knee, grab the foot if you can, or use a strap to do so, and then press the left foot into the right hand to open up the chest, lean back. Keep the breath nice and long. So we're not pulling the foot into our booties. We are allowing it to press the hand away to open up the chest and back. And then slowly release the foot, unwind, take the right hand back to the mat, lift the back knee, tuck the toes, and then move through your Vinyasa flow, or just go straight back to downward facing dog. Whatever your body is telling you that it needs right now, listen to it. From your downward dog, let's take 3 breaths. Again, trying to push the mat away to lengthen out through the shoulder blades, even bending the elbows, tucking them in, and then re-pushing the mat away. Good. And then walk those hands back. Forward fold at the back of your mat. Inhale, chest rises and lifts. Exhale, release into the forward fold, scoop the belly. Inhale, lift. Hands press at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Excellent. Other side. Step out with the left foot. Nice big step. From here, rotate the back heel down, square off the hips. Hands either come to hips, they grab opposite elbows, or fingertips can walk up the back, hands pressed together, reverse namaste. Lift the chest, Try and press out through all four corners of each feet so you're not rolling in on that back foot or rolling too far out on the front foot. Nice and balanced through both feet. Inhale, lifting the head and chest. Exhale, bow over. First, just trying to find a flat back. As I pull the left hip in and I push the right hip forward, I'm really engaging through all 10 toes. My elbows are lifting up and back to press my hands together. And then I'm going to release the hands, bring the fingertips to a block or to the mat, extend the crown of the head forward once more. And then begin to bow over the front foot. Again, not locking out the knee. And then when you're ready, we're going to walk those hands back to the center. Toes will come in, heels will go out. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. From here, I actually think I need to heel toe my feet out a little bit wider for this next move. And I apologize for the view right now. From here, I'm going to extend my right arm out in front of me. And then my left arm is going to come across my body and reach for the right outside of the right calf. From here, I'm going to begin to use my left hand to pull me closer and twist underneath the right arm. My right arm is pushing the mat away. And this twist is helping me open up my right delta. And then slowly I'll release. This time the left arm is going to extend straight. Right arm will come under. Reach for the outside of the left calf. And then as that right arm pulls me closer to the left leg, left arm is going to push me a little bit backwards. So that as I'm twisting, I'm also lengthening through the spine. And then slowly release. Both hands come to the center. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left toes, front toes come forward. I'm going to walk myself into an extended side angle. I'm going to take the right arm up to the ceiling for a moment and then bend it back, rotating the arm behind. And it can just come to my lower back, or if you have the space, you might have to come up a little bit. So just wiggle it in between your side body and your hip crease. From here, rolling the right shoulder blade back. My gaze can be down at the floor or straight ahead. Bending back into that left knee if I lost it. And then slowly begin to straighten the left leg as best you can. Again, it shouldn't lock all the way out. Left hand can either stay to the floor or come to a block, but trying to open the right shoulder and hip. Squeezing the right shoulder blade back, lifting the elbow. And then gently undo the bind, extend the right arm up to the full pose. And then exhale, bend back into the left knee, cartwheel the arms. Now both hands are to the inside of the left foot. Heel toe that left foot open to the side of your mat. Through lizard, drop the back knee, untuck the toes. From here, plant through the right hand. Lift the left arm up and back to twist. Bend the right knee, capture the right foot. And then as soon as you have that foot, begin to press the toes into your left hand, sink the hips, and open the chest. It's like a big leaning back. Just go to the point that it feels good, so. Which might not be your maximum. That's not what really it's about. And then release the foot if you have it. Undo the twist. Hands come back to the inside of the left foot. Lift the back kneecap. Plank. Or downward dog. And then move through your Vinyasa flow. Three breaths here in your downward facing dog. Soften through the back of the neck. Shoulder blades nice and wide. And then walk those hands to the back. Into your forward fold. We will heel toe those feet out to the width of the mat, toes out, heels in, and then sink down into your Malasana squat. So elbows will come to the inside of the knees, press them away to give you tremendous lift through the chest. Crown of the head is extending up. Just finding your breath. And then we will drop the booty to the mat. Bring the feet out in front of you. You might need to scooch a little bit forward if you're too far at the back of your mat. Wherever you are, once you've settled, come up into boat. You're going to do a little bit of some core strengthening and still continue to work on opening the shoulders. So from here, we are going to go through this movement where for a count of 4, we'll lift up into boat. And then on a count of 4, we will exhale, release the boat. Don't worry, we'll do this all together. And then we will do a count of 4 up into a reverse tabletop. Exhale, out, 4 counts, out of the reverse tabletop. It'll make sense once we get started. So, inhale, lift, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, plant the feet, hands, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, lift the hips, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, release the hips, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, up to boat, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, plant the hands and feet, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, lift the hips, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, release the hips, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do that 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Continue with your breath and movement. We're going to do this total of 12 times. So that was just 3. This is 4. 5. 6. Really engage the spine, let the shoulders come back. We're doing it for 4 breaths as a reminder that there are 4 seasons. We're doing this 12 times, 12 months in a year. Things are always flowing, always moving. And we just have to be comfortable with that cycle. How comfortable can you be in the rhythms of your life. The dips, the rise, all of it. That's 9. Lift up to boat, 2, 3, 4. One more. Lift the hips. Spend a little bit of extra time here at the top, pressing away. And then exhale, release the hips. From here, extend the right leg out, cross the left foot over the right knee, and then settle through each sit bone. Nice work. Find that long spine. Crown of the head is going to come up. We're going to take our right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Right hand or left hand can sweep around back. Create a kickstand to lift and twist the spine. So this might be enough. You stay just like this, trying to hollow out the belly, looking gently over the left shoulder. Or for a deeper stretch, bending the right knee, twisting it in. From here, option to take that right arm, sweep it around and through, little hole in your legs, right? Again, assess here. This might be as deep a twist as you need right now. If you feel like you still have more room and you want more, left arm can come around the back, can seek out the right fingertips. If they find each other, great, let them connect. And then slowly begin to lengthen the spine again. Twist ever so gently over to the left. And then everybody release that twist. Extend the right leg straight again. From here, we're going to take the left knee just a little bit further over. So we're stacking left knee on top of the right knee. Left foot is just going to come to its side. Just a little bit lower than the right hip. Begin with a nice long spine. And then walk the hands out as far as you can. It's not going to be as deep a forward fold as maybe you're used to. And that's okay. You will probably be feeling it at a much more elevated height. That's it. I'm actually going to pull my right hip back a little bit. It felt like some flesh was pinned underneath there. Extend the crown of the head forward. Walk those fingertips. Just a few breaths here. And then walk the hands back in. All right, now we're going to do a magic trick. So, everybody, bend the right knee. From here, how do I say this? Lean over to the right side. Plant the right hand, plant the left hand. Begin to press through the left foot, lift up, walk those hands around like a little crab, and then continue going until, voila, you are basically in that same pose, but on the other side. It's magic. And if it didn't work for you, you are still a magical being. It's true, you are. You just need to work on the magic trick. It's okay, you're still magical. All right, extend the left leg out straight. Rock yourself, center yourself on your mat. My right foot now should be on the outside of my left knee. Extend nice and tall. Right hand is going to come behind my back. Left elbow is going to come to the outside of my right knee. And I can gently begin to twist over to the right. This is step one. This is a really, really nice stretch. And for most of us, this is going to be perfect. If you do feel like you need a deeper stretch, you can bend the left knee, take this left arm, bend it back. Walk that hand through the little hole between your legs. Hello. From here, I'm still trying to get a nice, long, tall spine. My right arm is going to come around back. It's going to reach for my left hip. Hopefully, it may find my right fingertips, my left fingertips, I should say. And then I'm going to try and lengthen up the spine before I twist a little bit more to the right. And this is a big one. It's not just the flexibility in our back and shoulders. It has to do with how open our hips are too. So don't beat yourself up if you don't get the clasp. It's something to work towards or not. It's no referendum on you. And then slowly untwist, unwind, let the hands go. Extend the left leg out straight. Walk the right foot over until the kneecaps stack. Take a moment, pull out the juicy goodness, and then lengthen up the spine. Exhale, walk the arms forward. And feel the stretch all along the left leg. And this side, I really feel it in the IT band. Feels very, very good. Very, very necessary. Walk yourself back up. We'll give you one more chance to try the magic trick. So bend the left knee. This time lean over to the left. Both hands come down. Push off your right foot. Crab walk. Very ungracefully. Over to the other side. Place your right butt cheek down. Place your left butt cheek down. Ta-da! Magic. Extend those legs out straight in front of you. I know body parts. All right. Pull the juiciness out from your legs. I'm coming into staff pose. Extend to the crown of the head, really rooting through the sits bones. And then you can extend the arms up if you like. Exhale, melting the heart and chest forward, trying to grasp for whatever is in range. So that could be the mat. It could be the ankles, it could be the toes. If you really can extend far, I really do like to go for the balls of my feet and to pull back, because that helps open up the calves a little bit and the ankles, which for some reason I can do a lot of flexible things without having very open calves. But I think that a lot of my other moves would be much more comfortable if I was open in my calves and ankles. So we're going to work on that. Try and soften through the back of the neck, shoulders, and chest. And slowly begin yourself to walk yourself back up. We're going to come back through our seat. You might need to center yourself on your mat if you're not already there. So sit up really nice and tall. Flex through your feet. Extend the arms out like you're a mummy. And then slowly find a C curve. So one vertebrae at a time, you're going to place on the mat. So it's taking a nice, maybe a 12 count, a full year. Get all the way down the chest, the shoulder blades are the very last thing to make contact. Place the head on the mat, and then once you do, you can bend both knees and bring them into the chest. Grab the inside or outside of the feet to find a happy baby. Trying to stack ankles over knees. Lengthen the tailbone out so your entire back is making contact with the floor right now. Bring those knees together. You extend the right arm out like a T. And then both knees are going to move over to the left, trying to keep them nice and high towards your left armpit. Use your left arm, bring a counterweight to your right knee, and even push the right knee out so that it's trying to go at the same distance or height as the left knee. So that they're really stacked one on top of the other. Try and pin that right shoulder blade down. Help with that twist a little bit more. Slowly undo the twist, come back through center. This time the left arm comes out to the side. Knees are going to drop over to the right, kind of being up towards the right armpit. This time the right hand is going to guide the left knee forward. And gaze can be straight up to the ceiling if that feels good, or even over to your left fingertips. I should have said that on the other side. Bring the knees back to center. Give yourself one last hug. Maybe roll it out side to side. And then extend both legs out long to the mat. Arms nice and heavy at your side. We're going to find our Shavasana. We'll be here for a few minutes. I'll be certain to wake you from your Shavasana to bring you back into the room at the 60-minute mark. But for now, just take this time for yourself. For those of you that have more time to devote to Shavasana, please feel free to stay just as you are and take that time for yourself. If 60 minutes is all that you have today, feel free to come out of Shavasana nice and slowly by wiggling the fingers and toes, circling out wrists and ankles. Inhale, extend the arms long out overhead. Getting that last little bit of stretch. then exhale, roll over to one side. Doesn't matter what side, just choose the side that feels good to you. And then slowly, using the strength of your arms, push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Perhaps keeping your eyes closed if that feels okay. I'm going to close class with a few words. This passage is called Honor Winter's Lesson. See the pine trees and learn their lesson, a friend once said. Pine trees are nature's reminder that growth continues even in the winter. Winter is an important season in our lives. It is more than a time of coldness and snow. It's a time of going within. A time to rest from the work that's been done. A time to prepare for the lessons ahead. Long for the sun on your shoulders, but let the frost and cold come. The ground has been left fallow in preparation for nourishing the seeds of new life. Honor winter's lesson. Despite this time of lifelessness and inactivity, this is still a season of growth. Trust what's being worked out in your soul. The snow will melt. The sun will shine again. The time will come to remove your heavy garb and return to the activity of life. Cherish the winter. Cherish its quietness, the time of going within to rest and heal. Cherish this time of preparation that must come before a new life. Cherish the hope that lies beneath the snow. Bring your hands to heart center and gently bow the head forward in acknowledgement of the light in each and every one of us. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.